comprehensive victory in the end for the Belfast Giants. I think just that added depth really came into it in the third period. Special teams being so important. Scott Conway putting on a clinic and finishing with his hat trick, and a very well deserved one. Face off at 7 p.m.
Welcome in to any viewers just joining us on YouTube. You've just had a 7-4 win for the Belfast Giants here in the SSE Arena against the Coventry Blaze. In a highly entertaining game, Michael.
Yeah, the Giants were very solid, and also there's some guys really put their case forward to stay in the lineup as well. I thought Freeman was very solid. Roach had a really good game. Kupski solid as ever. The Blaze didn't ever give up though, they skated right to the end.
Yeah, for sure, getting that 7th goal right late on there. And it's Jack Hopkins who gets the nod for player of the game for the Blaze. He got a short-handed goal way back in the second period that cut the deficit to 3-2 at the time. And he was all over the ice tonight, Michael, wasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. I imagine for the Giants there's only one possible candidate. The hat-trick hero, Scott Conway.
You say that and then we'll go to somebody else. Yeah, there's a few fans over from Coventry down there right there. Not as big a crowd as you might sometimes get, obviously being a Wednesday game, but credit to those fans that did make the trip.
Yeah, and the two teams will go at it again on Sunday in the Sky Dome in Coventry.
5:30 puck drop there. You can get that one on Blaze TV.
On to tonight's player of the game for your Belfast Giants with a hat trick, number 10,
I think you were right on that one, Michael. I think you could have definitely been confident with that one. Scott Conway, hat-trick hero on the night for the Belfast Giants. There was, I think, a couple of hats did land on the ice in honor of that number 10 there for the Belfast Giants. In case you missed it, folks, it was Coventry Blaze who opened the scoring way back in the first period through Luciani. Belfast Giants came back to 2-1 by the end of that period with Cadet and Conway. Then Nick Gay scored to make it 3-1. Jack Hopkins made it 3-2. Torinsky made it 4-2. Then Constable made it 4-3. David Goodwin made it 5-3. Conway 6-3. Conway 7-3. And then Luciani made it 7-4. And a great night, Michael, to see some of the local kids. Max Sturt obviously coming back over with his new team, the Coventry Blaze. Great to see him on the ice up against Carter Hamill and Cameron Hamill, the brothers here for the Belfast Giants, and then also Andrew Dixon taken to the net for the final 5 minutes.
Yeah, it was again, that had a little bit of everything. There was obviously the gloves being dropped, after a cavalcade of goals, plenty of local talent on display, and just some really, really good players. But I think the real headline is the Kevin Moore haircut. I just can't believe what I saw.
Dicko getting some Dicko chance there. Great to see the number 35 legend for the Belfast Giants getting a little bit of time on ice and getting some adulation from the crowd. As you said, Michael, it was a game that had everything. We had so many great goals. We had multiple 4 power play goals across the two teams. We had that short-handed goal as well. We had the fight between Carl Bridgerian and Connor Russell. Really enjoyable game, really enjoyable advert for the Elite League.
Very shortly, I should say for a few minutes, and then we'll be back very shortly as we move on to our award ceremony. So appreciate you stay in those seats. We'll be back with you in just a couple of minutes.
As you can hear there, hopefully from the in-arena announcer, we'll be back with you in just a couple of minutes for the end of season awards presentation. So we'll take you through some of the highlights. Oh, of course, going right back to the start of tonight, Michael, the banner raised for the 9th league title for the Belfast Giants.
Yeah, good luck to anyone who has to cut the highlights package, because there was plenty of highlights throughout the game.
Yeah, it was a great game. That one, I was convinced was in. You weren't so sure, Michael. That one hit the inside of the post from David Goodwin.
Yeah, I think it was a real good advert for Elite League hockey tonight. You know, it showed there was physicality, there was plenty of skill on show, and you know, this could easily have been treated as a nothing game, just to scale up for the Giants, but they were committed for the full 60 minutes. And it really set it up beautifully. As I said, the two teams play again on Sunday, but I've just a feeling that this could be a matchup in Nottingham as well, and the Giants will just look to take that psychological advantage into any potential knockout game should it occur at the playoffs. The Giants won't be satisfied with just the one trophy from the season. They'll go chase that playoffs hard. They've had their celebrations over the weekend, and you know, even given whatever state they're in against Nottingham on Saturday, they managed to come out with the win and then ran Manchester close on Sunday. It's been a phenomenal season here in the SSE.
Yeah, for sure. And as we mentioned, there's a couple of games still to go. Giants are here against the Guildford Flames on Saturday, and then over to Sunday against the Blaze again, as you mentioned. Just a quick look around some of the other scores tonight. We've got finals in Cardiff, 5-0 to Cardiff over the Sheffield Steelers. That could have some ramifications up at the top of the table. And also Nottingham have beaten Manchester 2-1 there in Nottingham. Glasgow and Dundee are still going, still 2-0 to Dundee. To Glasgow.
Yeah, as we look at these highlights here, I think something that really stands out is that there was a slightly mixed power play unit compared to normal with Kawaguchi out the lineup. And Troinski slotting into his Kawaguchi slot on that second line, and the power play unit and the second line for the Giants was so effective tonight. Keith will have decisions to make. I've no doubt that Kawaguchi will come back into the lineup, but exactly where people slot around, you know, there's competition being created, which is exactly what you want at this part of the season.
Yeah, for sure. If you think about the contributions of Kawaguchi, he was the first player of the season to hit the 2020 club for the Belfast Giants, 20 goals, 20 assists. He's been an absolute brilliant player on that line for the Giants. You see there that lovely goal from Jack Hopkins, just lovely hands from Pellick. That was the short-handed goal for the Blaze. So there will be some jostling for position. I do think we'll probably see the likes of Carter and Cameron Hamill maybe taking a step down again. We've got Kieran Long there, didn't ice tonight either. He's probably to come into that lineup.
Yeah, the battle for the net-minded position's really interesting as well. And you know, Whistle hasn't played for well over a month now. Kupski's come in, done really well. Caffey came in and made his debut at the weekend and looked solid. That, you know, just everywhere you look up and down this Giants roster, there's quality and there's depth, and no one is going to want to play them. Boudreaux probably won't want to see this again. He landed, you know, he was a bit of a rough one for him there, but credit to him stepping up. He could easily have just neglected the duties and just not sent the message he did. It's, you know, it's not about winning the fight, it's more about, you know, taking on the challenge and letting your teammates know that you've got their back. Plenty of positives from the Blaze as well. You know, they've got that excellent power play marker.
Just taking a quick look at the table, Michael, as well. So at the end of tonight, there's 2 games left for everybody. Blaze are on 57 points, Glasgow Clan are on 55 points. So that 8th position, 7th position battle is still well on there between those two. Currently Blaze sitting 7th, Clan sitting 8th, but Clan just 2 points away.
Yeah, I think the Blaze have the head-to-head advantage over the Clan, which could prove significant. But you know, I think no matter how the playoffs pairings work out, I think every pairing will be competitive, and I don't think it's by any means certain that the top 4 will go through. You know, every team will think that they're capable of beating every other team, and I think the home games in all of the ties will be absolutely crucial. And I wouldn't be surprised to see some overtime played at the end of the second leg in 1 or 2 of those games.
Just to say that 7th goal for the Giants tonight was the 200th goal in the league this year for the Belfast Giants. 200 goals across 52 games as it stands is pretty impressive.
Yeah, the Giants have just been dominant at both ends of the ice. They've scored for fun and they've been really tight at times at the back end, and that's why they've had the luxury of having the league wrapped up 2 weeks before the end of the season.
So as the highlights end, folks, we will sign off and we'll hand you over down to the guys on the ice who will be taking you through the end of season awards. That's Simon Kitchen and David McCammond. Thanks for joining us tonight on Giants TV. Those that did, Thanks for joining us now on YouTube, on Giants TV YouTube channel, and we hope you enjoy the awards as they get presented to, I think, as we've said, Michael, a bunch of players who have really stood out and had an excellent year for the Belfast Giants.
Yeah, absolutely. There's so many candidates. There's no category cut and dry, and we can just sit back, relax, and enjoy the awards being given out now.
And we'll see who wins in our personal battle for favourite player.
Vote JJ.
Folks, thanks for joining us. For Michael Owens, I'm Stephen Boucher. Chat to you soon.
Well, a very good evening, everyone. Thank you for your patience while we were getting things set up and ready to go. Welcome to the Giants Awards. Hello to everyone watching at home as well, joining us around the world on YouTube. I'm Deputy Dave, formerly of the Cool FM Cool Saturday Show, and I've got my glamorous assistant with me this evening, Mr. Simon Kitchen. Great stuff. We're back. They've booked us for another year.
This is on. Yeah, another year and another successful year. Elite League champions. People say there's other fans around the Elite League that say it's getting boring and everybody's too much of the Belfast Giants winning. It never gets boring. Never.
It certainly doesn't. But you know what? We've got some special guests with us here on the benches who are going to present some of our awards this evening. But we appear to have an empty bench of people who are going to receive some awards this evening. So I think we should probably get them back out here. What do you think, Belfast? All right then, ladies and gentlemen, please raise the roof for your Belfast Giants Equipment Manager, Jason Taft Ellery. Your assistant coaches, George Owada and Rob Stewart. The associate coach, Jeff Mason. And the man in charge behind that Giants bench, your head coach. Please welcome Adam Keefe. Now here come those players. Number 1, Jackson Whistle. Number 3, Bo Hansen. Number 7, Reed Irwin. Number 8, Ben Freeman. Number 9, Ben Lick. Number 10, Scott Conway. Number 12, J.J. Pickenich. Number 21, Garrett McFadden. Number 23, Mike Lee. Number 24, Carter Hamill. Number 28, Kel Beatty. Number 29, Jordan Kawaguchi. Number 30, Alex Caffey. Number 35, Andrew Dixon. Number 36, Carson Twarinsky. Number 42, Gabe Bass. Number 63, Jake Gaudette. And he's your Giants captain, number 64, David Goodwin. Number 71, Carl Budraya. Number 73, Jake Kupski. Number 74, Brandon Whistle. Number 77, Josh Roach. Number 87, Cameron Hamill. Number 88, Ryan Smith. Number 89, Kieran Long. And number 91, Nicholas Gay. Let's raise the roof, Belfast, for your Belfast Giants. Okay then, we have our team on the ice for this awards presentation. Simon, who's up first?
The first to come and present the award is the CEO of the Odyssey Trust, Mr. Paul McMahon. And before we get Paul to present the award,
I can't believe
I only do this
one
part-time.
job.
We'll have to welcome the chairman of the Belfast Giants, Mr. Robert Fitzpatrick.
So that's my gotcha moment for this evening. This isn't really the end of that. You're never going to hear the end of that. Folks, listen. I think you would all agree, once again, the Belfast Giants have proved that we're the best club in the Elite League. Would you agree? It's my job tonight. It's my job tonight in recognizing the achievements of the coaches and the team, to pay tribute to some of the people behind the scenes. I especially want to pay tribute to the volunteers at this great club, who without it, this club wouldn't work. So put your hands together for all of our volunteers, please. I also want to acknowledge, and most of our team would probably admit this, maybe not publicly, but I want to acknowledge the role of their wives and girlfriends. That gets me an Easter egg. They are essential. They are essential in making sure that they can contribute to the success on and off the ice, and they're worthy of your applause. So once again, for the wives and girlfriends. Last but not least, we do pay tribute to the people that win on the ice, but there's another set of people behind the scene. Well, there's actually one, and that's Jason Taff-Ellery. So without further ado, maybe you would all just accommodate me in this. And if you can all be upstanding, all of you stand up, please. And raise the roof in recognition of the 2025-2026 Elite League champions, the Belfast Giants.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. The Belfast Giants chairman, Robert Fitzpatrick. Now, Simon, would you like to introduce the first person to present an award this evening?
Yeah, that'd be great. Thanks very much. We'd like to welcome to the ice for the first time tonight our CEO, Paul McMahon.
And our first award this evening is the Forward of the Year. Forward of the Year for 25-26, number 12, J.J. Pickett.
The Giants, 3 Elite League titles. Hasn't been a bad trip for you, has it?
Not at all. We have a really special group behind us here, and between the coaching staff and the guys, the returning guys, we've built a really special thing here, and we're very grateful to be able to win the Elite League this year and all the previous years that we've done it, and it takes a full village.
J.J. Pickett.
Congratulations, J.J. Pickett, our Forward of the Year. Next up, I'd like to call forward James Barkley from a new Volvo Belfast to present our next award, the Defenseman of the Year. Your Defenseman of the Year this year, number 23, Mike Lee.
cheering you on. I would just say to JJ, it's been an incredible year so far. There's still another trophy up for grabs. Big win tonight against the Coventry Blaze, but we go again on Saturday against Guildford.
Yeah, we've had a great year so far, and looking forward to playoffs and trying to get the second trophy.
It's 2 years, 2 league titles. You fancy a playoff trophy this year?
That's where we're going.
2 for 2. Thank you.
Congratulations, Defenseman of the Year, Mike Lee. Next up is our Unsung Hero Award, and to present this award, I'd like to call forward the Belfast Giants head coach Adam Keefe and sports director Steve Thornton.
Adam, just talking to the boys there, it's been a long season. We know you talk about it quite a lot, about the demands that you place on the players and the coaching staff and the rest of us as well. But again, you do that because we want to win. We've been in Belfast, and another successful season.
Yeah, it takes that. It takes higher standards to make sure that we're squeezing every inch out of everybody, and that's off-ice staff too, Simon. So no, I think the guys were fantastic this year. So it's been very hard to pick any of these awards because everybody's done so well this year.
When we look at the whole season as a whole, obviously the CHL, it was a tough group to come out of. Challenge Cup, we just fell short on that, but we've got another opportunity getting ready for the playoffs. Don't know who we're going to face yet, but it's all preparation now for the playoffs next week.
Yeah, first on the league title, obviously the fashion that these guys got it done in, knocking off Cardiff, then going into Sheffield and winning a doubleheader in Sheffield, knocking them off, and then coming home to finish the job off against the number 2 seed Nottingham Panthers. I mean, that's not too often you get to knock off the 3 next best teams in a row at the end of the year to win the championship, and they did that. So, give a round of applause to the boys.
Steve, the summer, we see much hard work goes on behind the scenes to put a group like this together. And we've got to start doing that very shortly again. I know that there's a lot of guys here that want to be successful leading into the end of the season, but the work's already started in small parts for next year.
Well, it has, yeah. I've got one eye on this season and one eye on next season. And I know Adam is fully focused on this year, but you can never take your eye off it because when guys have success like this, and we've got a core of guys that have won 5 out of the last 6 league titles, 10 of the last 17 trophies, so they deserve applause for that. But when you have that success, the shark circle, so there's going to be teams that are interested in our players for sure, and we're going to be mindful of that. We're focused on the next trophy, and the next trophy, and then the next trophy again.
You don't want too much? Okay. David, up to you.
Okay, then it is our Unsung Hero Award next. And we got 2 winners of this award. Number 1, Jackson Whistle. And number 73, Jacobski.
Adam, unsung heroes. Let me just turn around, look at this way. Unsung heroes, obviously Jackson Wessel and Jake Kopsky. You wanted to say a few words about it.
Yeah, I think obviously it's rare that there's 2, but I thought it was important that there should be 2 this year. I think Jackson obviously was on his way probably to another MVP season for the team this year. After the success he had last year and guiding us to a league title last year. And, he obviously came up with an injury and he's been battling to get back ever since. And in the background we were looking at, a way to bring in some insurance there. And luckily we did so. And Jake had a tough season early on, got injured in training camp, and thoroughly happy for him to get to be a part of this, and how lucky we are that he came in at the right time and stabilized this team when Jackson went down. And we've been able to just keep on going, and that has been the ethos of this team here. Like, no matter what adversity is thrown at them, it's next man up mentality, and no matter what lineup we put on the ice, as you've seen tonight, the guys just keep on moving forward, and that's special. So congratulations to you two. I'd be remiss to not mention the other two netminders, and Alex Caffey and Andrew Dixon, who have stepped in, and they've been a hell of a tandem, the whole four of them, but obviously we'll look to see what we got ahead of us.
Jackson, we'll start with you. Again, how's the injury coming along?
It's doing okay, getting better every day.
Can you potentially play before the end of the season? I know with everybody else, they're not worrying about what I'm saying.
We'll see what happens.
Okay. Jake, another win tonight. Tough game against Coventry, who've sort of had our number a lot this season, but coming out on top, another victory for you.
Yeah, I think it was good to kind of get those guys, and again, all credit to the guys behind me and Jackson here. I'm just so lucky to be here, and I just love being in Belfast.
Jake Kopsky and Jackson Whistle.
Congratulations to the guys. Now, Adam Keefe, if you would like to step forward once again, it is time for my favorite award every year. It's the Teacher's Pets Award, the Coach's Player of the Year. I'd also like to ask David Brady from McConnell's Irish Whiskey to make his way forward to make this presentation. To the Teacher's Pet, we're going to find out why he's the Teacher's Pet in just a second. The Coach's Player of the Year, number 91, Nicholas Gay.
Adam, Coach's Player of the Year, it's usually based on hard work, tenacity, just doing anything to win, and Nick Gay got it this year.
Yeah, first off, I'd like to say, it would be easy to give any of these guys the Coach's Player. It's been really easy on the coaches this year. It's been a great group of guys. Not a whole lot of stress throughout the year. Took over first place, I think it was January 10th, and they just kept moving forward. So that's a kudos to everybody on that bench. But in Nick's case, we look to recruit champions, and Nick's coming fresh off a championship in the ECHL last year. One of the guys that came heavily recommended from a few coaches in that league, and I can see why. I thought that his consistency level throughout the year, never really faltered. His best game is not that far from his worst game. So he just worked hard, passionate, obviously wanted to win, and a guy that bleeds steel, and we're happy and lucky to have him this year.
Nick, again, when you have your players and your coach and saying, it's always nice to have the compliments for yourself, but as the team this year, being part of another successful team, I'm sure that means a lot more to you as well.
Yeah, I mean, we just had a really special group, and I just want to say, like, playing with most of the year, Jake and Jordan Kawaguchi made it so easy for me. I mean, they were great teammates, and the whole group, yeah, just awesome.
I'm just looking down the line there. They're all pleased to give them a wee shout out. A big game this weekend against Guildford. You getting the day off tomorrow?
I don't think so.
Are they getting the day off tomorrow? Oh, there you go. You're getting the day off tomorrow.
I've had one already. So.
Nick Gay.
Congratulations to the Coach's Player of the Year, Nicholas Gay. Next up, I'd like to present our next award, John Small, presenting the Jim Gillespie Awards. Another award with two recipients this evening. Our first recipient, your captain, number 64, David Goodwin. And number 21, Garrett McFadden.
Thanks, John. Gentlemen, David, I'll start with you first. You know, you've been here for quite a few years now. Another trophy lift, which was well done on Friday evening. But off the ice stuff, you're always one of the first to put your hands up and be involved, and you really enjoy doing the community side of things for the team as well.
Yeah, you know, it's an honor to represent this great organization and be a representative of this city. So really appreciative of all the support from the fans this year, and yeah, just hoping to get another trophy for them.
Garrett, it's again the first year in Belfast. It's always nice to finish, not to finish, but you know, you're getting towards the end of the finish of the season, but you get first trophy under the belt. But the off-ice stuff is really important to you as well. You've got your own foundation back home. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, I started some for mental health. I think it's a cause close to my heart, and knew I had a bit of a platform to make a difference, and it's kind of just turned into, you know, making it known that it's okay to talk about your mental health, and people are out there for you. And I think if you look at a group like this, we're all really close, and I think nobody keeps anything in, and starts with leadership, and whether that's Kiefer or Goody or all the other guys, it's pretty open door policy, so that helps, and I think, you know, everyone can make a bit of a difference.
Garrett McFadden and David Goodwin.
Congratulations to our recipients of the Jim Gillespie Award. Our next award, and Simon, I think you can explain a little bit about why this award is named the Ian Barton Award.
Yeah, so Ian Barton worked for the Odyssey Trust for a long, long time. Unfortunately, we lost Ian a few years ago. He was a massive Giants fan, a massive worker as well, really hard worker. And this award is all about the tenacity and hard work that's put in by this group behind me. It's been relentless all year long, and one lucky winner is going to get the Ian Barton Award tonight.
Okay, then I'd ask forward his wife and daughter, June and Karis Barton, to present the Ian Barton Award this evening. Presenting to number 29, Jordan Kawaguchi.
Jordan Kawaguchi, I know you played golf yesterday, and I'm only supposed to pick you a couple of questions. How did the golf go at Galgorm?
Yeah, it was great. A little wet, but the boys had a hard time with the greens, I think. I couldn't hear you.
Who won?
Oh, who won? I think it was Conway, unfortunately.
Don't worry, he let everybody know he won. Jordan, again, having an award dedicated to the hard work, and again, it could be any of these guys behind you. It must be, from a personal accolade, it's always nice to get.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you said, anyone on the bench here behind us could get this award, and you know, it's a great honor, and you know, obviously winning a championship this year is amazing. So appreciate all the guys and all the fans and coaches and everyone else behind the scenes.
Jordan Kawaguchi, everyone.
Recipient of the Ian Barton Award this year. Now, next up, you've been voting tonight, you've been voting all week, We then give you a short list tonight. You've been voting on the screens on the QR code for your fans' favorite. It is now time for that award, and I'd like to invite forward our gold Shuck-a-Puck winner tonight to present that award. Please welcome Gordon Lafferty. So our winner on the fans' favorite award tonight polled 30.5% of your votes. Number 23, Mike Lee.
Oh, don't go anywhere yet, Mike. Fans vote. They've been voting all night tonight at this game, but it's for the player of the season in their opinion. It's always nice to get the nod from the fans.
Yeah, it's been great coming to the SSE and having 7,000 fans every night. So appreciate their support, and let's keep it going.
Let's keep it going, Mike Lee.
Okay, then, your player of the year, Mike Lee. We just got 2 awards remaining, and it's time for the very coveted award, voted for by your peers, the Players' Player of the Year. Tonight presented by the Belfast Giants chairman, Robert Fitzpatrick. The Players' Player of the Year, number 23, Mike Lee!
So this award is your peers voting you as the player of the year, their player of the year. We touched on the fans, and it's always important to get the adulation from the fans, but to get the accolades from your peers and the guys that you put the hard work in the trenches with all season long, that must feel pretty special.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I actually didn't think they would vote for me. But yeah, I appreciate these guys. Couldn't do without them. I've been telling them all year to give me the puck, but so yeah, I appreciate these guys, and it's been a great year.
I could sit and talk to you all night. You just, you never stop talking. Thanks, Michael. Thank you.
The Players' Player of the Year, number 23, Mike Lee. Just before we move on to our final award this evening, some of the players have touched on it, but I think you should all give yourselves a massive cheer and round of applause. The sheer amount of sellouts in this building this year has been incredible, and I know speaking to some of the players and coaches, that plays a huge part in bringing that trophy back to Belfast. So please do give yourselves a massive round of applause, Belfast. You've been incredible all season long. The fact there's still hundreds of you here on a Wednesday night at 10 o'clock who wish I would shut up. I get on to the final award. And hello to the hundreds of you watching online as well on YouTube. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Our final award is the MVP, our most valuable player. And come forward, please, to present this award from title sponsor Stenaline, Rory Elder. Okay, then our final award this evening, the MVP. It's number 23, Mike Lee!
Your MVP, everyone, Mike Lee! Mike, first of all, thank you very much to McConnell's Whiskey for supporting us with the prizes for the boys here tonight. And please don't drink all 4 bottles in one night. It's responsible drinking. Mike, again, MVP. It's been, I know you're not, you're very modest, but having a big award like that, and obviously the other ones that you've had tonight, I think you might swap all of them for a playoff trophy.
Yeah, I definitely would. If Jackson Whistle didn't get injured, he would have been winning this award. So.
Fair point.
Yeah, but I would definitely trade in this award for a playoff trophy. So.
Do you want me to keep going, or we'll just keep on asking you questions?
No.
I think I'll give a massive round of applause for Mike Lee. Folks, again, this is fantastic to see so many of you stay behind here tonight. I know that everybody, especially from these guys and everybody behind the scenes, really appreciate your support. Without your support, this organization wouldn't be anywhere near what it is, but it also needs the support of the sponsors. The commercial aspect, and for different, the likes of McConnell's Whiskey, Stena Liner have been massively important for us this year. This is the best organization in the Elite League. Country mile. It's all the hard work that's put in on the ice by every single one of these gentlemen to my left, from the guys behind the scenes to everybody that plays in the Teal jersey every single week. It's absolutely superb. And as I say, thank you very much to every single one of you and to all our partners and sponsors this year.
Yeah, very well said, Simon. Well, with that, our awards ceremony concludes. I would like to invite the players and the staff to make their way forward. We'll get our photographs. We'll see you back here Saturday night for the final Elite League game as then we head towards the playoffs. But let's hear it, Belfast, one more time tonight for your team, the home team, the Elite League champions, your Belfast Giants!